Hope everyone can hear me okay. Just chill for a second while we wait for some people to turn up. I'm hoping somebody turns up, just because I just realized I'm fighting for attention span between New York Comic Con and between the football, I believe. But we got one person tuning in. Hey, Double Quill, how are we? Hope all's good with you. Having a fantastic weekend. So I was just saying, like, I might be scratching for attention here between New York Comic Con and the football. But be cool. Hey, Shadow, how are you, buddy? So thanks for dropping in. Oh, casual. Okay, we've got a few more people jumping in now. Fantastic. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Hope everyone's scoring big on the X-Men drop. It just recently happened. I managed to score a rare, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, cool. Right, now we've got some people jumping in the space. I suppose we'll start with some trusty intro music. Yep. That's why I was going to have it queued up properly. That's better. There we go. So that was a little bit interruption, but I'm getting some notifications on my phone while my intro music's going. All right, g'day everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and this is VeVe Weekends. So up at episode 10, brought to you by the VeVe Collective. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. So we've had all sorts of bits and pieces happening all in the space today. As we all know, we've had New York Comic Con happening, and we just recently had the X-Men drop as well. So hopefully everyone scored big with that one. And got Casual coming up the stage. So how are you, Casual? How's things?
Well, I'm doing good. Scored today on the drop.
Ooh, what you get?
Well, just like you, I got the rare, so that was surprising.
Excellent. There you go. I'll give you a little one of these to go with that. My little soundboard wants to play ball with me. That's one. That's it. Let's go. So how's things?
It's got great art.
Yeah, it does. So just bringing it up now. Yeah, it's done by what's the name of the artist who does it? I believe we've got some of his work on the app already. What's his name? Oh gosh, one of those things I can't say. Rio and Regito, is that correct? Anyway, I'm pretty sure he's the bloke who did the cover for the FA Moon Knight comic, and he's done a few other ones as well. I think he's also done the one for FA Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you're gonna have to read that X-Men #1 on your show eventually.
I will eventually. I will eventually. I've been a little bit behind with my relax and read lately, just because I recently had a meetup in VeVe meetup in London. I had a few social commitments as well, but I do have more coming in the future. So the next one I got planned is our very own the Addiction is the next comic on my list of things to read. So that'll be next, and probably Uncanny X-Men #1 is probably going to be the next second, unless I get a special request from somebody. Because for those who don't know, I do requests. So if there is a comic that you'd like me to read, chuck us a DM or let me know, and I'll see what I can do. So far I've done one for Double Quill already, who requested one of the Tarzan comics. I've also done Days of Futures Past for Hinano and D from the Real Uncommon podcast. And I've also done. Oh yeah, they also requested I think it was What If. I can't remember which number now, but it was the FA appearance of Mayday Parker. And I also did one for Shawnee Poo, which was the Web of Spider-Man #118, which is the FA Scarlet Spider. So if you haven't seen those, check them out on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. Sorry, Casual.
Nice. So have you read The Addiction yet? Have you had a chance?
I have had a chance to look through it, and it's a really good comic. I like the artwork. I've actually got it right here in front of me. Funny enough. Yeah, have you?
Yeah, I liked it. What I do is I'll read a page and then I'll kind of go back over and read it again, make sure that I'm in the, that I'm following along
Mm.
properly. And right now I'm reading it through a second time, but it did make me want to read a second issue. Definitely. By the end of it, I was like, I did want to know more.
Mm.
So they did their job.
Yeah, definitely. Like they sort of like skimmed over a little bit, like about the powers and a little bit about the backstory, and just sort of like, I mean, I won't spoil it for anybody, but yeah, basically just sort of like got like straight into action of her like messing up some like drug cartel fellas, and that was about it really. But yeah, but I'm definitely want to see more from the comic. I believe when we had Mondo on the show last week, they did he did suggest that there could possibly be more in the pipeline. So hopefully we will see more on VeVe. And it's just good to see just a different type of comic on VeVe than your average Marvel and DC and so on. Marvel, DC, just your Marvel and Star Wars and so on.
Now I forgot which space it was in. I don't know if it was in your space, but somebody asked Mondo about utility, and he said there would be utility. If they can't offer it for VeVe, they'll offer it on their own, app or service or
That's
whatever they're creating with Metropolis. So I'm not saying not financial advice, but I did grab a couple copies today because it seems like the Art Germ variant is like $750 right now. So I bought like 6 of them.
Oh, nice.
It's my little gamble because if there is utility, I want to be ahead of the curve finally.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Hinano in the house as well. Hinano, so how are you, bro? Hope you scored on the X-Men drop. But yeah, that's the comic you were just talking about. That's the secret rare, yeah. No, oh no, sorry, the secret rare is a Martinez comic.
I'm talking about the rare.
Ah, the rare, that one. Yeah, I do like the rare comic. It is really, really nice.
Well, I'm thinking about posters in the VeVe-verse too. We're getting closer, and people really like Art Germ. A lot of his covers are amazing. I mean, not saying there's anything wrong with the other covers, but that one sticks out.
Yeah, I do quite like that cover. Actually, I might have to try and pick when I've actually got some money on me, some liquidity. I might actually have to try and pick one of those off a bit later on. Probably wait until the effects of Comic-Con have die off a bit, then maybe I might go back and see if I can't get some deals. Were you actually did you manage to get to New York Comic-Con casual?
No, that was out of my budget this year. I got other things going on, but seeing how much fun everybody's had, and it does look like it's going to be a good time. But some of the people that do go have created, really long. They've been in this maybe since the very beginning. Some of the really old OGs. So, and some of these people have already met up 2 or 3 times and stuff. So there's a lot of FOMO to want to go to these events. I used to go to video game conventions. I did it for 8 years straight, and I had a friend group. And trust me, I would save up all my money and go every single year. And I absolutely loved it. But more power to those people. I'd like to go eventually because I'm getting new friends every day. The longer we're in this space, the more we're developing friendships. Like I'd like to meet you guys that are up here right now. It'd be a good time. But I don't want to go and expect stuff because that's not cool to like everybody like think they're going to get a free NFT for showing up at certain places and stuff. I think that could totally ruin it. You just got to go and want to hang out with your friends and experience it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what the space is all about at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, just enjoying the fandom experience, like, just sharing what you love, like, with other like-minded individuals, and just having a good time while you're doing it. I mean, like, I've been seeing like some of the cosplay that's been coming out of this the New York Comic Con as well, and some of it's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the cosplay has always been one of my favorite things at cons. People put so much effort into it, so it's great content too. If you're a content creator, cosplayers they love they want to take pictures, they want to take clips. So I've been fortunate enough to upload some really cool cosplay videos over the years, and I got to thank those cosplayers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, the last one I went to, I think I went to London Film Comic Con. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago, and yeah, some of the costumes there I saw were like amazing. Like someone actually made like a life size uh queen from the Alien movies, like a queen alien, and it was a monster. It was oh wow, it was like the next level thing I've ever seen. But you're right, a lot of people like spend like their entire year like putting together one costume just for this event.
Yeah, I had a long distance relationship with a girl who was a cosplayer
Oh really?
at these video game conventions. And the one year that I went, I was pretty much just her bag boy, even though I had a media badge and I was interviewing people for a podcast back then in the gaming world. But I had to hold her purse and step away, and people would want to take a picture. I'd take their camera and take a picture with her. And we did hundreds of pictures that day. And you know what? I got to see what it was like, and more power to them, because it's just, they're just sweating underneath those costumes. And but when you see how happy fans are, at one time I didn't rescue her. There was a fan geeking out so hard and just wanted to talk to her about this video game, Perfect Dark, and he wouldn't stop. And I just stood there, It was about 15 minutes later. Then when he finally walked out, she's like, "Why didn't you save me?" I'm like, "Well, he seemed really excited to talk about the game." I was like, "Well," then I realized I had a job here, bodyguard.
That's it. Yeah, he's probably like over the moon, like because like he's finally seen someone that he can relate to, and he's like, oh, okay, this person's like dressed up like that. I can't remember the name of the chick out like Perfect Dark now, but like then maybe that might have been like the highlight of his day, like finding someone he can chat to without like about these things, because he might not have someone like out in the space that he can talk to about it, like so sometimes you just gotta let the people run.
Exactly. I mean, and we see, how people are at Disneyland with the mascots. I have some adult friends, and when they see like, Daisy Duck or whatever, they come home and I got a picture with Daisy.
Oh my god!
And it's like yeah, it's a college kid in a costume, but at the end of the day, it's fandom is real, and nostalgia is real.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I was actually lucky enough to have my own little mini meet up in London on Thursday. I managed to travel to London to meet up with Metaverse Life and some of the VeVe fan out that way, and that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, like Metaverse Life is a awesome guy in real life. I love the work that he does. Making like the VeVe 500 and all that sort of stuff, but just chilling, like just with him. We also met up with a couple other members of the community as well. Shout out to Master Ronnie, Norks, Marcus Aurelius, and also Mr. Falcon came and chilled with us for a little while as well. But we basically just spent the day traveling around London. Went to a couple of pubs, so we got some lunch in Chinatown, and hung out at this really cool gaming pub. Which is like really cool. I think picture this is like like a little sub basement type thing with like neon lights, and it's all like fluorescent lighting, glow in the dark type setting, and it had like all these old school game consoles. So it had like your old school arcade games like what they have that Mortal Kombat, House of the Dead, Point Blank, Daytona USA, all the classics. It was amazing.
Awesome.
Oh, mate, it was great.
So the question is, are you going to end up in the next Collectors at Heart video then?
I have no idea. I have no. I might have. I might have a special cameo.
Was he filming?
Oh, he was filming everything. He was filming everything. So
yeah,
chances are I could be there. I could not be there. I have no idea. But if I am there, I will be very, very humbled and grateful to be part of it.
Cool. I'll be watching.
Yeah.
I need an autograph.
That's it. That's it. You never know. It might be worth something someday.
Hey, you never know.
Never know. But one thing we did see, I thought was really, really cool, was that we went to this you've got these pop-up places that do like the VR goggles and the guns where you can like run around and pretend like you're fighting off a zombie horde or something like that. We went to one of those places, and in that place there was this machine that basically did mixer drinks for you. So picture this: you've got like two robotic servo arms, like the ones you see like out of Iron Man, for example, and you tell it what drink to make you, and these 2 drinks basically make the drinks for you. Like, you know, they've got all the drinks in their little hangers right above the arms, and they reach up and they pour it all into a glass and mix it all, and then basically make the drink for you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think Metaverse Life actually posted a video of it on X. So if anyone out there is interested, do a quick Google and you might be able to find it. But it was really cool to watch and really scary at the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean, we should be scared because before you know it, that robot's going to reach over and grab your phone and take your VeVe account.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's what we were thinking. I know, watching these things, like, you know, either the robot's going to go nuts and throw something at me, or it's could potentially take someone's job in the future, or like we're thinking, like, you know, we're not too far off from, like, you know, a Terminator 2 or a Matrix scenario here going forward.
You know, but I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, people are very inconsistent. You know, like robots just do it so much better. So they just need to pay us to watch ads on TV. Pay us to watch Netflix, and just let the AI take over. Because at the end of the day, one robot could like run a whole grocery store. That's what I'm realizing. You know, and it's unfortunate, but there's a lot of people out there who don't do a whole lot. You know, I have managers who sit in the offices for 6 out of 8 hours a day just playing solitaire on their phone.
No way.
Let's replace those with AI.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand.
I'm being satirical here, but no, they really do. I mean, I do have upper management who literally just play solitaire on a flip phone all day.
That's it. Or hide in the side and play Gallagher.
Actually, you nailed it. Gallagher was one of the games my old bosses was addicted to.
Yeah, it's my first thought was just like, you know, the Avengers, like, you know, where Tony Stark like calls out that guy playing Gallagher on the helicarrier.
That's great.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, I agree with you. I mean, like, I work in waste management and recycling, and I drive a forklift, like, you know, and unload like rubbish trucks all day. And I sort of think to myself, I know I'm pretty sure, like, you know, a robot could do my job. So that's why I'm trying, like, you know, try and get ahead of the curve and try and, like, you know, try and learn a bit more about AI and get a bit of computing skills behind me, because, like, you know, it's only gonna be a matter of time before the robots start gunning for our jobs.
Well, here, this will make you feel better. I think just you doing what you're doing right now, podcasting and being sort of a personality, that is going to be big in the future, because a robot's never going to be human, and you're showing that you're human by doing this. So this is getting, like, you know, you're getting a degree in being real, and a robot can't replicate that.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, like, I do my best to try and try and keep up with the curve, because, like, you know, I do understand, like, you know, the digital is the future. But yeah, I mean, like, I also enjoy doing these podcasts and shows, because I get to connect with all these awesome people from all over the world, which I never thought I'd ever be able to do. Especially if you asked me, like, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, like, you know, I'd be sitting in front of my laptop here with just talking into a microphone, and then, like, you know, talking with all these people from all over the world, which range from America to Canada to Europe, Hawaii, so all over the place. It's amazing. So technology is an amazing thing.
So, you know, last week I thought it was pretty exciting when you had Mondo and Steven came up and such. I think that was pretty cool. So you probably told your wife the next day how excited you were. She probably was like, what are you talking about, right?
She was. Yeah. You basically down on the head. She was like, whatever. I mean, I have to admit, like, during that show,
I was excited for you, man.
Mate,
that was a pretty cool podcast.
It was literally losing my mind. I mean, like, at the time, I didn't know who Stephen Fischler was, and I did a quick Google. I was just like, holy crap! I mean, this is the guy who created, like, the CGC grading system, and he's on my podcast. Holy crap! What the hell do I do? But yeah,
dude. Yeah, and you didn't have to organize it. No, you didn't have to set it up like, well, let's get 3 people. We got to be here at this time. It was natural, and that is priceless.
Yeah,
and this is the other thing that's going to help you grow. You know, you grind every single week. I'm up right now. but you never know who's going to walk in here any minute.
Exactly. I mean, like that's one of the reasons why I love doing these shows, because I also do VeVe Wednesdays as well, which is our Wednesday night show, and you just never know who's going to pop in the door. Like, you just might have like a casual conversation with like one or two people, or you might get like some real heavy hitters in the industry that sort of come in. And I also want to say a big thank you to Shadow as well for that one as well, for helping me co-host that episode, because I had so many people popping their hands up, like, I couldn't keep track of anything. So again, a big thank you for stepping up to help me co-host that episode. Really appreciate it. And also I think Mondo came in through Shadow as well. So again, thank you for that, which Mondo coming in then led to Stephen Fischler coming in. And yeah, it just made the space very, very special. I was over the moon that everyone had a chance to ask their questions, and that he was really willing to answer to take the time to answer everyone's questions, and that it was a really positive experience for everybody. So that at the end of the day makes me very happy that everyone enjoys these spaces, and gives that and brings that little bit of value to their lives. And yeah, that's what I always try to aim to do with these spaces.
That's awesome. Hey, I see Miss Gecko's in here.
I do see Miss Gecko.
If you want to come up, did you hit the drop? Let us know.
Yeah.
Hey, Nano, did you get your comic?
Absolutely. Yeah. If anybody wants to come up at any time, please, I would love for you to come up and tell me your experiences, whether you've been at Comic-Con, got anything on the drop, what your collecting experiences are. So, like I said, this is a very open, safe space. Yeah, I just love hearing everyone's stories. And but again, if you just want to listen and chill in the background, that's cool as well. I just appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to come and chill in the space with us. But I do see a couple of regulars. So Fried Labbits is always a pleasure. Giordio, 007, say Double Quill. I've already done a big shout out to Double Quill. If you haven't seen Double Quill's latest blog, please do so. Unfortunately I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but from what I've been told, it's as always, it's a very, very good read. So get on board and support Double Quill. Yeah, and also there we go. We just had Josh jump in. Collector's Gone Digital, loving the new rebrand and the new profile picture, mate. The Black Panther is very, very cool. And your addition to the addiction competition is just short of amazing. I was like, oh my god! I mean, like the amount of work you must have put into that is like wow. So definitely a lot better than anything I've been able to put in. Have you put anything into the competition at all, Casual?
Oh yeah, I just put in some quick things I saw early on. I wasn't going real serious with it because I just want, part of it is trying to just participate. I'm big into participating, So I just whipped up something with some AI art, like a lot of people did. And then I did a little sketch with my stylus and submitted it. It was kind of cool because I had a little conversation back and forth with Mondo, so it's fun. But there's some awesome submissions now. I'm really happy to see that's actually a successful competition. A lot of entries.
Yeah, same. I'm just quite happy to see. There's so many different entries and like so many different art styles, and also just the success of the Addiction comic itself. I mean, like it's sold out. From what I can see, from what everyone's been posting on X, everyone's been lining up out the door to get their physical copies. Everyone's been going over to Grimaldi's to get their Addiction pizza deal. I've seen the Omi homies have posted quite a couple of times getting pizzas, and a few other personalities have been on there as well. So that's all been a raging success. So yeah, be interested to see what else we see moving forward.
I'm pretty bullish on the Addiction because at the end of the day, they have Metropolis, this massive enterprise that they can use to promote the story. And they have the whole VeVe community now who pretty much owns a copy. Yep. I don't know, man. This looks like it could be a movie someday. So I think it's pretty fun to speculate. Why not? It's the first time we have this type of comic, And now we got the Ron English comics.
Yeah, I
think those are gonna be cool posters.
Yeah, definitely. Did you happen to get anything on? Did you go for the Ron English drop at all, or did you manage to pick any up?
Oh yeah, I went for them because for the juju. I figured if I went for both those drops, then I would get the X-Men comic, which I did. Sometimes the bots aren't going to necessarily go for a drop that's not profitable. So I like to just pretend in my head that, I'll throw a little bit of money into the fire and then maybe I'll hit another drop. And it worked. It worked. I got the rare, so I'm happy. It was a good day.
No, excellent. Here we go. And we got Josh in the house as well. Josh, Collector's Gone Digital. How are you, buddy?
Not too shabby. How are you doing?
Good, mate. So, how did you go with the drops at all? Did you manage to score anything?
Knowing me, I missed the X-Men drop.
Ooh.
I do all the major comics. I keep doing it. Every single one. I keep missing the drop, but whatever, that's my fault. I wanted to hop up because I wanted to see how your meeting in London went.
It was really good, mate. Yeah, long day, very, very long day. I left Bristol 5:15 Thursday morning. I managed to get into London for about 8:30 ish, and just basically spent the day with Metaverse Live, a few other members of the community as well, Master Ronnie, Marcus Aurelius, who else was there? There was Norks, and also Mr. Falcon dropped in for a little while as well towards the end of the day. But yeah, there was just a small group of us, but we basically just spent the day just hanging out. We went to Forbidden Planet, which is one of the big comic book shops here in London. Got some lunch in Chinatown. Went to a few pubs. Got a couple of drinks. What else we do? I was saying to Casual before, we went to this really cool place. It was called Sandbox VR, and there's, as far as I can tell, there's no association with the crypto project and the Metaverse platform Sandbox, but there was this a display there which had these two robotic arms. Like, think of them like little servo arms out of like Iron Man, and they would make you a mixed drink. So you'd put in your order, and then these arms would basically just move around, and all the drinks are positioned above them. So they just reach up and pour in whatever drink you want, mix it all up, and then put it down on the ground for you, and you drink it. And it was like really, really cool. It was really, really cool and fun to watch, and scary at the same time, thinking like, this is where AI is going. But yeah, that was...
So the whole place was like that, or were there any people that like snapped it?
Sorry?
Was there anybody that worked there, or was the whole place like that?
No. There were a few people there because they were doing like the little pop-up places you get. We put on the VR goggles, and like you hold like a gun and you run around and pretend like you're shooting like a zombie horde or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they had basically that there as like one section, so people managing that. But the actual robot part where the arms were, that was just left to its own device. So you put your order in on like a little iPad, and then that would go to the robot arm thing, and then it would make you drink.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think Metaverse Life posted it on X. So if you look on his profile, you might find the video there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. You
get
to witness a little behind the scenes of his filming process?
A little bit. I mean, like, he was basically filming like all over the place. So chances are you might see my lovely mug in one of his videos. Maybe not. I have no idea. But yeah, no, he's in life, fantastic guy. Really, really loving, really open, very generous. Really, really good to get along with. And that was the same for everybody that day. Everyone had a really good time. And
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was really good. And also to finish it off, the last pub we went to was basically like an old school retro gaming pub. So picture this: like you go down like into like a sub basement type thing, and it's all like neon fluorescent lighting, and it's just full of like old like arcade games. So you've got things. So you've got titles like Mortal Kombat 3, Point Blank, House of the Dead, Star Wars, Simpsons, Daytona USA, some dancing games, all the fun stuff. Time Crisis was the other one. That's another classic.
You got me lighting up when you said Simpsons. I was thinking of the old what's it called, Road Rage or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, this is the one which is like, the old, like, arcade game where you, like, have, like, the 2 buttons and the stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. Really, really good day. But like I said, very long. I didn't manage to get back home until about back to Bristol and back into my house till about 3:00 Friday morning, and then I had to go to work.
Oh, same morning. Wow.
Yeah. And also to cap it all off, it was absolutely bucketing down with rain as well, so I had to walk home in the bloody rain.
You got your workout for the day.
That's it, mate. Yeah, casual.
Okay, first up, I just want to say, hey, what's up, Josh? Nice talking to you.
What's going on? How are you?
Doing good. And then also a community update here. The new Chico Rocco just dropped.
Oh, yeah.
We have, I think it's Kashi from the Frog Princess. This one's a common. There's 90,000 supplied, so it's not going to run out. So you guys can head to chicorocco.art and start collecting the free digital collectible.
Very nice.
That's fun. There's that plug.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, casual. I just got my Koshi as well. I almost forgot about Chico record. That's the thing. Like, every time I always get like, he's distracted or into something else, I always look at my watch and go, oh crap, Chico record. And then it's like either sold out or I just forget about it.
I only miss them when they're rare. Like if it's like one that does sell out within a few minutes, that's the one I miss because I don't know what the heck's wrong with me. I just have bad luck with that. But I've been burning so many of them lately just to get the achievements, just for something to do. I have no money in it, so it's fun.
Yeah, I've never actually burned any of mine yet. I've just been constantly collecting them. I've got like, I can't remember how many I've got now. Let's have a look. Chico. Let me see. What am I up to? I'm up to. I'm up to 108.
Well, see, I haven't KYC'd on there. Once you KYC, you could sell them and you can get a little bit more. So I'm just burning the ones that maybe are only worth about 25 gold if you were to sell them. And you get maybe like 10 gold by burning them. And that's how I stack those Tokidoki because those are some awesome, digital collectibles. So there's quite a few of them now on there.
Yeah, I was the same. I originally wasn't going to KYC either, just because I didn't want to pay like the gold to do it. But then they had that deal where like it was like $5, like for like to buy like the minimum amount of gold, and then for that you could like KYC. I was like, for that price, I don't mind KYCing and buying some gold for that.
I will eventually. I've just been kind of distracted by it. They haven't pushed it in my face enough.
No,
I probably will here soon enough.
Yeah, well, you never know. There was a rumor floating back that Chico Rocco might do something with VeVe. So if that ever comes to fruition or anything like that, we might be seeing more of them.
Well, like some of the characters I think that just dropped on VeVe are like tattoos on the Chico Rocco characters, I believe. So that just came out. So maybe it was hinting. So you never know. We'll see.
Well, that's true, and they also do have Ron English on the platform as well. And as we all know, Ron English is heavily involved with VeVe, and we can see his lovely face popping up all over the place at the VeVe parties and that. So it could very well be within the realm of possibility. You never know.
For sure, and we wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't just like something fun and additional. Chico Rocco kept a lot of people in the space when they got burned out, and that's why it'll always be close to people's heart because you don't have to spend money, and every day you have that something that creates community.
That's right, and it's also very low, extremely low cost to entry, to get familiar with the whole AR technology because like you said, like you can get into the project with no money invested, and it's a very good way to introduce you into what the AR capabilities of a collectible is. Because you could use that, well, this is how it works, and then if you're interested, you can come over to VeVe where you can see something and use the same principles. Obviously, you have to pay for it, but the same principles is there, and it gets people more familiar and comfortable using the technology.
Yep, 100%.
Cool.
So I got one more thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm kind of in a predicament. I made a poll earlier in the week. We got the Nike Dot Swoosh shoes that are coming out for holders of the NFTs. I think there's going to be there's like over 20,000 accounts that can probably get the shoes, but I think they're still limited. We don't know exactly how many there are.
Okay.
And that's $120. But then we have and that's on the 20th. But then we have Funko Iron Man on the 18th for 150.
Ooh, okay.
I don't have enough money to be spending on both collectibles here. So like I polled the community, but I only had 70 some votes there. So, and they said go with the Iron Man. What do you think? Iron Man or the Nikes?
Iron Man or the Nikes? Well, me personally, I'm not really a shoe person, and I don't really know much about shoes. I mean, I obviously familiar with the brand Nike, and I know like the sort of story behind Nike as well. But me personally, I don't know. I'd probably go maybe the Iron Man, like for me, just because like just because like Funko, like the powerhouses Funko, they've like got their fingers into everything. I mean, Iron Man's extremely popular. It's the first sort of like product that VeVe's doing in collaboration with Funko. So I don't know, but we've got Shadow coming up the stage. Like Shadow, what about you? What do you got?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I can, mate. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, mate. So first of all, congratulations on scoring that rare on the drop.
Oh, I wish. I got a common.
Oh, no, sorry. That's right. You got a common, sorry. I got the rare.
It's all good. I'm happy that I was able to get a drop because every time I get in the wait list, I never get those big drops. So I'm glad I was able to get at least, a common. I hope everyone else was able to land. Who was it? Casual? You mentioned Dot Swoosh and
yeah.
So what shoe are you looking at that's gonna drop?
Well, they're releasing the Tonnage. This is not a JPEG shoe on the 20th for holders for the holders who opened the at least one R Force One box by the 16th.
Oh, those are the black and whites, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Damn, that's hard.
There's already some on eBay.
How much are they going
for? Like $299, $299-ish.
Yeah, it's those that I just pinned up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a 50-50. Personally, I don't like how they look. I guess they're a big deal because they're Dot Swoosh. I would go for Iron Man, but that's me. My NFT profile picture that I have is Artifact. It's partnered, or like Nike owns it, or they have to do something with us.
Yeah.
So like, I'm looking out for Nike Dunks, but those are going to be exclusive to like us holders. So I'm going to go for those. I would rather go over with the Dunks than the Air Forces, but Dot Swoosh is completely different. So that's like your call. I would go with Iron Man though. That's me.
Yeah, to be honest with you, at first I was leaning on the Air Force Ones, but now seeing that the influencers already dumping them on eBay for $299, and they're those ones haven't skyrocketed, and then let's say there's 10,000 of them, who really knows how many there are? Because I don't understand why they needed to send so many people the shoes early if there's already all this internal hype. The other thing is I don't care for the design that much personally, but I do see hype in the comment section. People are excited about the way they look because they have like an icy bottom to them. It's like a gel bottom or whatever. But then again, Iron Man, it's a little bit more, but you're paying for the gamble, right? So you still have the chance of hitting the rarest version.
That is tough, though. It's two established companies with two established communities, so I think you're going to win-win either way. It's just what you collect, what you love.
That's what you're into.
100%.
Yeah. What about you,
Which one's going to moon, though? Which one's going to moon?
Which one's going to moon? I know. Josh, what do you reckon? Would you go Iron Man or would you go shoes?
Well, I think just based off what I said there, I think I'd probably go Iron Man because I have a stronger passion for that than shoes. But like I said, I think it's a win-win because they're both established communities. I mean, the shoe communities, like those people are crazy. So
yeah. I just need that little push. I don't have a bunch of friends that talk about this sort of stuff, and I know this is not necessarily things that you guys have thought about if you're not Swoosh holders and stuff, but it's and I know some of these people out here in the community are just gonna buy everything. Everything that drops. Did you guys see the Tokidoki drop today? It's $180 some, and it's the Black Kaiju, and there's only 30 of them. Hurry up, you guys, buy them.
Black Kaiju. So
what are you looking to do with the piece? Like short term versus long term though? Are you looking to just flip it or hold it?
Well, that's the other thing. Like I've only bought 5 Nikes to flip, but I've held them now for like 6 years. So, because they really haven't done very well, the ones that I did purchase. I just like the whole things that do well, not something that's going to go back to retail. I think the Iron Man probably is the way to go, and that's kind of where I'm leaning now, because I think if a lot of holders of the Iron Man don't open it, we're going to see the VeVe NFTs do really well. So I just want to hold. I don't want to necessarily flip it, but I just want to hold something that does gain the most value.
It's the first VeVe Fidgetal, so collectible comic. But.
Yep. I think I'm leaning that way for sure. Unless it sells out so quick, right? that might be what happens too. The bots might get it.
Yeah, true. Could happen. Just on the subject of bots and things like they're selling out or crashing. How did everyone feel about the Uncanny X-Men's #1 epic fail the other day?
I would not have grabbed it because I was at Comic-Con. When was that? Yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would have been able to land it. So I kind of feel bad for the people that were waiting on it, but there was no signal for me inside the building. So it worked out for me today.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Same issue. I had no signal yesterday. It was raining so bad. So, and I was at work. So I had to go. I went on lunch early because I'm on Eastern time, and then I'm watching the clock, and I'm like, oh, I literally was refreshing VeVe until the last second. And I'm screen recording. I'm so mad, I'm becoming a putter. I'm ready to floor everything. The whole world's ending. I love X-Men more than, and then it finds out. And then I posted a tweet of that it failed. And then sure enough, everyone else's failed. So I just deleted my tweet right away because there's no reason to be that person.
It's just like, oh, I'm cool. Yeah, no, I was saying I was tuning into VeVe Arcade's live stream about doing the X-Men drop, and we were all getting the same sort of thing. We were all starting to rage, the wait list wasn't working. We're like, what's going on? Everyone's getting all all hot under the collar, seeing everyone else's post all over X. Everyone's getting the same problem. I wonder what happened though. Do you reckon it was like?
Is this the first time or the second time that this has happened now? Because the first time that happened with it was Hulk #1, I think, right?
That's right, yeah.
Well, Lion King.
Or sorry,
did they move it?
Yeah. I think Lion King was one as well. But it's been a while since we've had anything like this, and I thought they would have sorted it all out. But
that's my biggest thing, because it's a little irritating at this point, because I'd argue that this is the biggest thing that's going to affect the user experience right now, and I'm not even thinking just from that side of things. I'm also thinking from a legal standpoint. It's only a matter of time before so many people have bought enough gems where somebody actually does something on the legal side and goes, hey, there's notifications or there's things popping up saying that this stuff is still available. I'm putting money into the app and then I can't get it. I fell for it again this morning. Right? So that's my biggest concern right now. And I couldn't agree more. They really got to get their stuff together with this stuff. So.
It's happened to me once too, where I did load gems. I did it, but still, it was supposed to work, and I didn't get the drop. It said I had the drop. Whatever happened, And I will say, I don't onboard a lot of people in real life because I think it's better sometimes to find this stuff on your own, to naturally seek it, But let the marketing do its work, But I did refer a guy who delivers chips at my store, and I told him, I was like, X-Men 1, $20, man. And I taught him about NFA, taught him about do your own research. I gave him all the abbreviations, and said, go at it, man. And he's like, you know what? I'll check it out. I hold stuff. I'm a collector. I'm not going to sell it anyways if I get it. So now I got to talk to him in a couple of days and see if he attempted to go for it and give him the excuse. But I think server overload, man.
All those people. The new users signing up, I'm assuming.
No, I don't think it's server overload, because they have stuff in place for all this. or at least they should have the infrastructure to prepare for stuff like that. What I think it is, every single time they're doing an update to the app, it messes something up in the back end with the coding. Like it does something where, because, and that's not like unusual from my understanding in this type of stuff. I don't have a tech background, but I know that it's not uncommon for stuff to just get like messed up when you release an update for an app. But I mean, like we said before, it's been happening for a little while now. So I don't, but I think they also had made a comment before, and this was like several weeks ago, about how, I think it was Mitch that said this, they have to like backtrack in the coding like weeks and weeks and weeks or something like, I don't know exactly what the wording was, but it has to do something with that, I think.
Yeah, right. It's interesting. Yeah, like I'm with you. I've got no background in coding or any sort of computer skills in that sort of area. So I mean, I wouldn't have the first idea about how any of that sort of stuff works. But I mean, like, you know, yeah, like from my point of view, like, yeah, like server overload would be like the first one that would come to mind. Or yeah, but either way, like, you know, that was kind of like, you know, the cherry on the cake to sort of try and draw people in. But do you think it is going to sort of like, you know, deter people a little bit, or do you think like now that it's back on track, everyone's the drops happened, everyone's got what they've what they got, and the market seems to be reacting quite well? Do you think that's going to deter everybody, or everyone's just going to be like, whatever, and then move on?
I think two things. I think one, it's going to affect the retention of people coming into the app, but then two, people that have been here, the more often they have to deal with it, or the longer they have to deal with it, the less likely they're going to stick around. So that would be my biggest thing. But like the partnership with Alibaba, I'm not saying like I mean, they would have been talking with that company for a long time. I'm not saying that all of the resources or whatever that they're leveraging through that partnership would be in place by now. But, you know, I was back on the app in season 1. I experienced the server overloads and stuff like that. It was nothing like this. Like the app would completely crash. It would freeze. You couldn't refresh stuff, reopen the app. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with the stuff, the way stuff has actually been like coded in the back end. But here's another side question for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I was just looking at a tweet from I forget who it was actually, but what do you guys think about this CoffeeZilla information? I just found out about it.
Is that about the thing about the thing with Logan Paul about the OMI token?
That's what the thumbnail was.
Now let me see if I can find it.
Something about another scam and.
Okay, I'll have to have a look, but no, I haven't seen anything off the top of my head just yet. If anyone has seen it, and knows anything about it, please feel free to jump up to the stage, or pin it to the chat. Pin it to the chat if you can find it.
I'm just curious because that's a man that does his research really well. So,
though I would like to see them try and get to some more OMI information would be nice, like, because I know like there are some massive OMI whales out there who probably want to know what's going on with the OMI token. But no,
I mean, it's never going to be good for Logan Paul. I mean, this is
well, no,
he's already known as a scammer for the most part. It's just going to keep exposing him even further.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the end of the day, maybe you know, it brings more attention to VeVe. I don't think it's good attention for OMI necessarily, but you know, any press is good press.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, no, I can't seem to find it. But yeah, but no, like I said,
the thumbnail didn't have OMI on it. It was just Logan. But I'm gonna have to watch that and see what was.
I'll have to see what came out today. I just read a little bit about it the other day.
Well, here we go. I've just seen like Richard X. Sorry if I'm butchering names here. Richard says Chris Coffey did a good piece correcting some parts to Zilla.
Correcting some parts, okay.
So there you go. So Chris Coffey's also another one that's quite cluey when it comes to that sort of stuff as well, isn't he?
Correcting some parts. I find that interesting. Okay.
Oh, I'll have to have a little look around. Yeah, interesting. Say speculation scandal. It's like, ooh.
Well, I will say one thing. There's a good chance that eventually some video comes out or a documentary comes out, and all of a sudden you see little clips of us talking in it about random ass shit, out of context.
Maybe we could be part of history. Yeah, Shadow.
That thing about Logan Paul, he has Omi, or what's happening?
Yeah, go on, mate.
He's held Omi. I don't know if he still has it, but this was going back in like to 2021, I want to say, or maybe like late 2020. But the first time that he was seen talking about it was on his podcast with some other dude, really successful multimillionaire, and they were like pretty much pumping the coin, and that's where a lot of people had originally found out about it. So, from my understanding, at least what this whole thumbnail looked like, it looked like Coffee was kind of going after Logan for, I guess, pumping the coin. Or I really hope it's not just hey, here's where the token was in 2020 and here's where it is now sort of thing, right? Like, because you can kind of just do that with every token in this space, or most of them. So
I guess we'll see a video soon, because I'm looking through Twitter and I see all that stuff. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, who knows? I'm sure something will pop up somewhere. I said, didn't Logan Paul not have a fight not long ago as well?
Yeah, I thought that's what you guys were talking about, that the fight was a scam.
Yeah, I didn't see the fight myself, but I heard there was there was a lot of people weren't happy with it.
the dude just wails left and right.
Oh, really? Was it like one of those like just dance around type matches where nobody did anything?
He's got no form, and I can actually say that because I have a fighting background. He got no form.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, from karate, if I remember right.
Yeah, different type of fighting, but
Okay.
I know how to throw a punch. So
yeah, it was same here. I used to do K1 kickboxing.
Oh, very nice.
And taekwondo, but that was a long time ago. Do you think I can do it now? Probably not.
But yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Did you guys see the pinned post I put right now on the space? Is that new, or had they announced that already?
Yeah, let me have a look.
It's, sorry, I put it on the space. We
got FA. I was confronted by the Ville Run. No, I did not. That's breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have VeVe. Thank you for that, Shadow. VeVe coming out with the next comic. We got Spider-Man. What's it? Spider-Man number 41. Yeah. FA Rhino by the looks of that. I am going right over to VeVe's blog and see if I can find some info. Is it on the blog? No, it's not, which means it'll probably be on X. So nothing on the blog site. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, ultra rare covers by Will Sliney and Frank D'Amato. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's over on VeVe's X space. So you've got Rhino front and center, looking very mean and very grey. And I'm liking the ultra rare cover there. It's looking very, very cool.
Hey Shadow, quick question for you. You're at Comic-Con, right? Or work?
Right now I'm at work. I was there. When was it? I was there for 2 days, Thursday and Friday. And I had my days mixed up. I actually wasn't there yesterday. I was Thursday and Friday.
If you're, I know you said you're at work, but if you're able to, can you speak on the convention a little bit, like what was happening over there for those who weren't there?
Yeah, do tell. We want to hear stories.
So I could, I got maybe like 10 minutes. Yeah, so I went on Thursday. The addiction was a big deal. There was a line going down the booth, like into another booth, so that was pretty crazy. It sold out like in the first 2 hours the first day, and when I got there, I wasn't even able to get one because they had sold everything out. So that happened, which was awesome. Same thing happened with on VeVe. They sold out, and a lot of people were doubting them because they were considered like an indie comic or whatever. But I was like, no, this is going to be big because it's first physical / digital on the same day. So that was awesome. There was a lot of VeVe people there and non-VeVe people, and they were getting onboarded to VeVe because they saw the line and they were asking about, the comic. So I was talking to a few people and explaining, and there was others as well. So that was pretty awesome.
When you say, sorry to cut you off, when you say onboarding, were they using the promo codes to onboard people?
They actually did have some promo codes. So like, I overheard, because I wasn't there the whole day at the booth. I overheard that there's some people, if you ordered online, I believe they would give a code to like a customer that did not have VeVe installed on their app, like like a new user, so so it could be reserved for themselves on VeVe. I don't know how that was working because I didn't really look into it, but I heard of something like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. The VeVe / Marvel booth, they had like not even a booth. It was like a big area that they covered was packed too, and there was a line for the Spider-Man Virgin variant. I'm sure you guys heard about that one.
Yeah. I can imagine the competition for that would have been pretty fierce.
That was the first spot I ran to when I first walked in because I saw the limit on the books. It was like 20 per person for like the $20 one, and then $50 for like the bundled one. So I wanted to make it there as soon as I got there. I was able to get 2. I wanted to get more, but I had so much stuff in my bag, and I only had like 1 box to secure my comics in. I didn't want to like squish them or like damage them. I really wanted to get more, but I was only able to get 2 bundles.
No, it's like too many choices. Like I've only got so much space.
Yeah. David Yu was there. That was pretty awesome. I didn't get to speak to him because he was busy interviewing and taking photos with a bunch of people. So I just saw him walk around, talking to people and getting interviewed.
Is he as small as he looks?
Yeah. Yeah, he seems really nice though.
When you said that there were lines wrapped around, I'm not sure if you're like keeping an eye out for this, but what like age bracket, if you could estimate, like how old were people who were kind of like there? Were they like mid-20s or like older?
There was a big range. So I would say it would start between like maybe between 21 to like 50s. And then I did see a grandma come around. I don't know if maybe her son sent her there.
Okay.
So that was like the only elderly person that I saw, but it was mostly like 20s to 50s. That was like the age group that I saw. I did see some actually older folks, like they looked like they were 60 that were in line for the comic. Now, I don't know if, that was just because they saw Spider-Man and they just wanted to grab it, or if they were VeVe users. But I was talking to people on the line, and some of them were VeVe users, but not all of them.
Interesting.
Oh, cool. And did you happen to see any? Oh, sorry. Just before I continue, say casual. Did you had your hand up, mate?
No, I was just gonna say congratulations on grabbing one of those books. I definitely wanted to message people and tell them to grab me one. But then I also thought, maybe they'll end up bending it, or maybe they'll end up, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't bother anybody. But I see they're already going on eBay. Some of them have sold for like up to $70 for the Virgin. I mean, 50 to 70. So
wow,
that's a good little buy.
Yeah,
I think you'll be able to get them graded soon. People will be listing them in a month or two once they get them back.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to get more, but it was packed, and I did not want to get if I got more, like I was going to have them in my hands, and I was already walking with my cardboard box to secure the other comics, and I was like walking with that with my hands in the air so no one would like hit the box or like
True, like a nuclear bomb or something.
Yes, and I was holding on tight to it because I didn't want no one yanking it from my hands either. Yeah,
it's like if you feel like the guys like who like work like for armored transport and they're transporting like the cases of money or something.
Oz, you had a question earlier?
I do. I was about to say my question is like, did you see any awesome cosplay? So what was the best cosplay that you saw?
I did see awesome cosplay. I am a fan of who was it? Raven.
Raven?
Yeah. There were so many cool looking Ravens. Like also Mandalorian. Like so many Mandos. Those were probably my favorite because they looked amazing. They had like the whole set. They went all out. I do have some photos that I'll post later in the evening. There was one really cool thing at the booth next to the Addiction. So Metropolis is the shop, right? The booths were together, but Addiction had their own booth, and then they had the other booth next to them, which is their company, which sells like comics, like Grails. And at that booth, they had, let me see if I could post it. They had a Doctor Strange. What was it called? Eye of Agamotto.
Oh, the Eye of Agamotto. Is that the one that was used like on set?
I'm not sure if it's the one that was used on set, but it's a licensed Disney one, and I believe it's worth $1.2 million. It's a real emerald.
Oh no way!
That was really cool. There was a lot of people coming around just to look at it and take photos. I'm not sure if it's real gold, but I know the emerald is real.
Yeah, I think I remember like seeing a while back. Like, didn't like David Yu or someone like pose with it like around their neck, and they were like terrified because they were like afraid to break it or drop it or something like that.
That was probably it. I'm about to post it, but yeah, it was a good time. There was cool panels. I saw Obi-Wan at his panel. Ewan.
Oh yeah.
Or Edwin. I don't know how you say his name. But
did you hear about any VeVeverse news at the convention?
I didn't hear about any VeVe news at the convention. I did not. No, I was wandering around all day. I did go in the morning, like I said. Everyone was just lining up to buy the Spider-Man comic, and then I guess there was giveaways throughout the day. I wasn't there for that. They also had Eli Manning there. I don't know why, but they had him there. I guess he was like a special guest.
I was like, it's like Eli Manning. I know that name. Why do I know that name?
I think he's a football player.
Yeah.
So,
actually, that's not a good point. Like, did you manage to run into any famous faces while you were there? Because I know there were a couple of celebrities at the con as well.
Yeah, I think the actor for Daredevil was there yesterday. I didn't run into him, but I saw that on Twitter. I did run into the voice actor of the Saw movies. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like we were having a conversation around the Addiction booth, and he wanted to take a picture with one of the cosplayers at the Addiction booth, and we just started having a conversation, and then we found out that he was like the voice actor for the Saw movies. So I got his autograph, no picture, because he said he was doing a photo op the next day and he would get in trouble if they saw he was taking photos.
Oh right, yeah. Is it what's the guy's name? Is it Tobin Bell, the guy who plays John Kramer or Jigsaw? Is that the guy?
I'm not good with names. I have to look him up again. I'm gonna type it and see. But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be cool. I love the Saw movies. Has anyone actually seen the newest one?
I cannot watch gore. So I have not.
No, me too. I don't watch a lot of the horror movies either. Like the classics, sure, but I was traumatized by horror movies as a kid, legit. So Walking Dead is pretty much where that ended. That's not that bad.
Oh, really? So what was it that sort of did it for you? What was the traumatizing movie?
Well, the '80s covers alone did it to me when I was a kid, and then you'd see clips, but Chucky messed me up pretty good. And there was some of those. I don't know if it's Event Horizons or whatever the hell. Some movies that are just kids should have watched some of these. Yeah, I don't even know. It's just. Anyways, man, it's demented, man. But my brother and my mom absolutely love the shit. So it's just something I guess I'm a Disney kid.
Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. I mean, I find it hard just to find like a decent horror movie these days because some of them are just like so predictable or just like so badly written or just the casting's just very meh. But yeah, like the last decent horror movie I watched was probably the latest Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Rises. I thought that was quite good. But yeah, but also getting into Halloween, so go try and get into the spirit.
Yeah,
So,
I'm hoping VeVeverse gets released for Halloween.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I think Dan had mentioned it was like 500 to 1,000 invites or something like that. They plan on tossing out very soon. But anyway, side note, keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Shady, you were going to say something, mate? Oh, nope, maybe not. but anyway, I'll quickly chuck this out there. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's taking the time out of their busy days to come and chill with us in the space. I hope you're enjoying the content. This is VeVe Weekends. We're up to episode 10. This is brought to you by the VeVe Collective. And if you're wondering what the VeVe Collective is, it's basically just a group of us collectors who sort of came together that wanted to create like a safe space to like talk about collecting basically in all forms really. So we predominantly cover VeVe, but we are also into other projects as well, whether that be McFarlane, Palm, Cryptoys is another popular one as well. And yeah, we just wanted to come together and just try and connect with other like-minded individuals. And that was where these spaces came from. So I also host VeVe Wednesdays, which is on Wednesday nights, 8 till 10 Pacific Standard Time, and also do these little weekend shows from 12:30 till 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, or 8:30 till 10:30 if you're on my side of the world, where I'm here in the UK. And like I said before, it's a very open, safe space. So if anybody wants to jump up and say a few words or jump in on the conversation, please feel free to do so. And yeah, or even if you've never spoken in a space before and you want to give it a go, so by all means, please come up. And yeah, casual.
I guess to change the topic a little bit.
Yeah, mate.
It's something in collecting. I did something new this week for the first time. I sent a card off to PSA for grading. That'll be my first graded trading card. And what I did is I used Upper Deck E-Pack. So there was a card on there I really wanted, a Steamboat Willie card. It's numbered to 299. And what I did is I found everyone who had one of those cards on there, and it shows it in essentially their marketplace, but you can't buy it. You have to trade. And this guy, I traded him like 6 or 7 different cards. And some of the cards were pretty rare, but they weren't numbered. And I know how much everybody loves Steamboat Willie. So he actually accepted the trade. Probably didn't realize that the card was going up a little bit in value. And what you can do on Upper Deck E-Pack now is you can send it to a site directly with one click, a couple clicks to it. It's called ComC. Check out mycards.com, comc.com, and it sends it there. And then from there, you can send it to PSA or CGC. So it did cost me $24. It's like a 12-week turnaround. If the card comes back like a PSA 10, I think on eBay, one of them sold in the 2-pack for like 200 and some bucks. It was 2 cards, so it might be worth $100 or so. But this is going for the personal collection, so we'll see how that turns out. I'll give you a follow up in a couple months.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope you get the high grade on that Steamboat Willie, man, because that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because I have a couple of the cards I did get sent home. I have a couple of the Steamboat Willies that are numbered to 699. They're not as scarce, but I managed to snipe serial number 1 on both of these Steamboat Willie cards. So I have both of the blue tier Steamboat Willies numbered to 699 from 2020. I feel it's important because it's a COVID year and they're exclusive to EPAC. So I'm pumping my 2 cards right now. But I think it's cool as hell that I got both number 1s. Those aren't graded, but now I kind of regret sending them home because originally those were on ComC. That's where I had bought them, but I could have sent them to grading at that point in time. But at that point in time, they didn't have PSA. They only had CGC, and PSA is just a little bit more popular for cards. So I'll let you guys know how this all turns out.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, big shout out to you for that. So that's awesome.
I hope you get the highest grade.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm excited about it because it's kind of been a journey just to trade up to the point to get that card first of all. So, yeah, it's gonna be dope. And then that's just gonna unlock the next spending wave because I got a bunch of other cards I want to send.
Yeah. No, nice. So, is anyone else into into the cards or upper deck or anything like that? I'll take that as a no.
Well, that's what I think is pretty fun about. It's got a community, but it has a lot of room to grow because a lot of people, there was a height in cards during COVID and stuff, and now the prices are coming down. But there are people who spend thousands on cards, even modern cards if they're numbered to 10 and stuff. If you check the eBay listings, and I've been addicted to watching some different creators out there on YouTube about trading cards. There's so much endless content. I don't know if did you ever get into cards as a kid?
Cards as a kid, I did a little bit. What did I mainly started off like doing like a few basketball cards just because that was the thing at the time going through primary school. But I've done things obviously Pokemon cards, Pokemon cards, Tezos. There was one called Hyperbots, Hyper cards. I don't know, it was some random thing. But for me, like probably the ones I've actually had anything to do with is probably basketball cards and Pokemon cards. Though in saying that, I do back in my hometown in Australia, there was a bloke there who did sell all sorts of different Marvel cards. So he used to like deal in Marvel, Disney, Resident Evil games, all sorts of stuff. So back in my parents' place back in Australia, I've actually got a binder full of all these awesome old school Marvel cards. What's in there? Marvel cards. I've got there's all sorts of stuff in there off the top of my head. I've got Resident Evil, Marvel, DC. I got some Marvel versus DC stuff. All sorts of bits and pieces. I'll see if I can find a photo and I'll post it one day.
It was affordable back then, a lot more affordable to buy those cards as a kid, and it's thrilling. It was the lotto back then.
Oh, it was great.
I remember pulling those Jordan cards. I used to get Jordan cards a lot when I was a kid. I mean, I had a stack of them that I've told the story in the past, but I had a stack of Jordan cards, a lot of special ones, and they were stolen by a guy that ended up being our roommate. And I, like an idiot little kid, I was looking for those cards for weeks. Like, well, they must have fell here. Well, I've already checked there 10 times. And yeah, it's crazy. But one of my ultimate finds is I was going garage selling a couple years ago, and I went to this house and I got 2 full binders filled with like X-Men and DC cards. And it turns out a lot of these sets were ones that I collected as a kid. I still do have some of the ones from when I was a kid, except they are like so beat up. Most of them are complete crap. But my whole life has been punctuated with trading cards. When I moved back to America, because I used to live in Luxembourg growing up, but when I moved back in 5th grade, our teacher gave each one of us a full set of Lion King cards, but these were movie theater exclusive ones. And I still remember her telling us, take care of these. And I do still have those to this day. And I don't know, man. It's a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? It's like just like that nostalgia and personal connection to you. I mean, whether that be like Marvel, like Lion King, or whatever else you're into. For me, back my go-to basketball card was Shaquille O'Neal was my big one back in the day. I used to have a big, massive stack of Shaquille O'Neal cards, but they're either old, faded now, and just probably just no good. What about you, Shadow or Josh? What about you guys? You guys get into cards at all?
Kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh here and there growing up, but no, nothing like what you guys are talking about.
Same here. I only have like Pokemon cards. I had so many good ones when I was younger, but they got thrown away because of my mom. It was dumb reasons. It was like religion and stuff. So that hurt so much when I grew up. So many Charizards.
Yeah, it's crazy if you would have kept all the things in your life that have really done well, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I had all the good cards. It broke my heart, but yeah, she said they were bad for me when I was a kid because I don't know, some dumb stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurt. I have some Pokemon cards now. That's all I really collect. I don't really collect like baseball cards or basketball. I do have a box that filled up with baseball cards that I found from like in the Hamptons out here in Long Island that they just had sitting out. I still have to go through them. I'm not sure if they're worth anything, but they're just filled up.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm the same with that as well. Like, I used to have all the like original Pokemon cards. I used to have like holographic Blastoise. I had like the I think I had a Venusaur at one point as well, and a few other odds and ends. And like I'm with you. Like some of that stuff, if I still had it now, it'd probably be worth a pretty penny. But at the time, you don't really think about things like that, especially like going back further. Like some of the toys I used to play with back when I was younger was like all the stuff that's probably going like for high end prices now. Like your Transformers, I had all that. I had all your Ninja Turtles. I had like all your I'll say GI Joes. Had all that sort of stuff. And yeah, you look at it now and it's going like for big bucks. And you're like, oh, if only I had a little bit of hindsight back then. But I was 5 and they were toys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's
Well, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Casual. You're good.
Yeah, so since we're on a little bit on Pokemon cards too, McDonald's has them right now in their Happy Meals, and I did happen to stop and get a pack, and I think it's these match battle cards. And then I don't know if you guys saw, there's a Pokemon at the Van Gogh Museum that's all over Twitter.
Is it?
The card you get from that, yeah, if there's like a Van Gogh tour or something with Pikachu, and anyways, you get a Pikachu promo card, and I think that's selling for about $100 right now. And some people got 2 or 3 of them, so that's worth looking into.
So I was just doing a quick. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this now. Yeah, the Pokemon, the little Pikachu with the little gray hat. Like is it the bloke the Van Gogh with the guy with the one ear?
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that Pokemon Adventure. Discover stories and masterpieces. Yeah.
Speaking of art, I think we have another contest coming next week.
What's that? There's another contest coming.
Yeah, a little sneak peek for you guys. I guess I'm spilling what do the kids say nowadays? The tea. I was just briefly speaking with Mondo, and he said they were actually originally planning on pushing this art contest, the addiction art contest, another week. And I told him, I said, just trying to find my message here.
I was going to say, if they push it for another week, I might have half a chance of getting an entry in.
I said blah blah blah. I might have suggest keeping the deadline the same, because I said extending it another week might be a little long. And our community and pushing deadlines. Yeah. So he said, he said they're going to keep the deadline the same, and they're going to start another one on Tuesday. Apparently, I don't know what about, but there you guys go, a little sneak peek.
Ooh, so stay tuned, everybody. So that there may be another opportunity to get in on the competition.
If it's a DM, ask him about a utility for the comics. Maybe we can get some clarity. He definitely talked about it in the space. Just want to make sure that he keeps talking about it.
That's it. Everyone loves that utility.
We could probably get him in here, not this week, but like this month at some point.
Yeah, he's been hopping in a ton of spaces.
Yeah,
but I mean they're closing up Comic-Con right now, so I doubt that they're around at all. So
yeah,
he was very exhausted. I don't know how he was up, to be honest. I felt bad for him, but yeah, I seen him in spaces too, jumping around. But it'd be cool to have him in here again. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, like I said to him last week, like, he's always welcome in our space if he ever has the time to do so. But I understand he's a busy man at the moment. I was actually wondering if anyone was actually going to jump into space, because I think, like, I'm fighting for attention between not only Comic-Con, but I think the football's on as well, isn't it?
And there's other spaces.
And there's other spaces as well.
He's very friendly. And he messages anyone, so like all of you could just like talk to him. Like he'll gladly like just come up and talk to everyone. Like they're very open. And when I was at their booth, like that's one thing that I noticed. Like they were very genuine and caring. Like they were talking to everyone on the line, and just very open about all the questions that people had. So I really like that about the team.
If you go on to any of their timelines on Twitter, you'll notice that they only just became active on Twitter when they started dropping this comic. Like they were on Twitter before, but they rarely posted, and now they're posting all the time. So it's because of the community.
Yeah,
that's it. They're in the community now. They're stuck here. They're riding this crazy train with the rest of us.
You know, it's crazy because like they didn't expect this. You know, like this amount of people to like support them, and like I used to join the space. So like we have film spaces. I have a group where we do like weekly film ones, and that's how I got introduced.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that's how I got introduced to Mondo, and he would join in, and that's how we met. And it's just crazy because like they did not expect like such support from the community, because they're all fairly new to Web3. Besides Mondo, the other two guys are. Steven and Vincent, but they didn't expect all that support. And I was like, you guys don't even know like how much support you're gonna have. Like you guys are underestimating VeVe community. Like I'm pretty sure they didn't expect to sell out.
Yeah, I bet you that they would have changed their mind big time once they seen like the mass waves of people at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, they were surprised.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see Steven there. He wasn't. I think he went there yesterday. My friend who came from Ohio really wanted to meet him, but he wasn't there. The reason he wanted to meet him was so that he could get his addiction comic book graded in video, like on video, live. Like that would have been so awesome, because he was there yesterday, but we thought he was gonna be there Thursday or Friday, so we were gonna ask him to like grade it live for us, because he's the one who created the grading process.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was saying, I
Rates it real low.
That's it. Yeah, grades it like like a 1. So what?
That would have been hilarious.
That'd be great.
So I did order one online. I got the blue edition there for $15, and I'm not trying to say I'm pretty sure he said those were going to be signed. It doesn't say they are online. I don't care if it is or isn't. I'm happy to support it at this point. But if it is, cool.
I don't know.
It should be. There's only 1,000 of the reds and blues. I think they sign them all.
Might as well. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to get it graded anyways. This is just for the personal collection.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, I've never owned a graded comic in my life. I mean, I've never had anything to do with them.
Dude, that's why I went so hard with this art contest. I want my first one really badly. And when they tossed those 3 up as the prizes, my eyes widened. I was like, oh, I need one.
So I in like January I started just like staring at them on eBay because I never owned a graded one as either. And Momoko is so big. So I actually found a New York Comic Con exclusive Momoko Edge of Spider-Verse 1. That's the first appearance of Spider-Rex. And it's a beautiful cover. And I think I paid $60 shipped home for it. So that's not bad at all, but it's limited to 1,000, has a certificate of authenticity. And that's what I'm probably going to do with the Spider-Man VeVe exclusive. I imagine that not everyone there was from were VeVe fans. I'm sure there were eBay flippers who bought their limit of them too. And we'll see those on eBay. Hopefully they come down to a cheap price, and I'll definitely want to get one of them just for the nostalgia.
Just to say you got one.
But I'm surprised that there wasn't like a QR code in it or some sort of thing so that you could get the digital one with it. They should have like found a way to bundle that. Maybe they were planning on it and maybe didn't work out in time, but that would have been a real good one.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, Alex, if I can just chime in here, I think I'm gonna take off. So
yeah, mate. No worries.
I appreciate you letting me up, and nice chatting with you guys. And
nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, mate. Always a pleasure.
I'll try and be around for it's the weekend. Losing track of time here. I'll try and be around for Wednesday, so I'll talk to you guys then.
Yeah, too easy, Josh. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Have a good day.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, like I said before, if anybody else wants to come up and say hi and say a few words, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, it's a very open space. Just as long as you're not a fudder or anything like that. Even if you are a fudder, it's still fun to get one up here from time to time, or a troll. So we do occasionally get them in the space. They're very entertaining. But yeah, so let's switch gears a little bit. So did anyone else go for any of the other drops today? Like has anyone else gone for the like the Magneto, Professor X, Kingpin, any other the Comic-Con drops?
I think those drops just simply suffered from people are busy right now, and they're waiting for the X-Men comic. So I kid you not, I forgot that Magneto and Xavier were dropping today. I totally did.
Yeah, I totally did as well. And I'm pretty sure they're not sold out either. Because let me have a quick looky look. So Xavier. Yeah, so okay, we've got Magneto. So Magneto definitely has not sold out. So there's 2,888 editions, and there is 2,062 remaining. So there is tons, absolutely tons that are remaining.
I think they'll sell out, though. It's just going to take a little while, and I think they could use that. They should token gate it. So if you hold Magneto, you can go for the next villain. Ooh,
that'd be a good idea. Cool. But we got Masters of Web 3 verse. Is that right? Up to the stage. How are you, buddy?
Hey, hi. Yes, Master of the Metaverse.
Master of the Metaverse. Good, mate.
I just want to share my experience. So as you were talking about collecting NFTs, I have
absolutely.
a nice experience with NBA Top Shot. The NBA, they have I don't know how you guys have heard about it, but they have a big community. Obviously, it's a licensed product by NBA, and they have a nice drops, and also you can make a good profit. Obviously, this is not a financial advice, but you can guys check. And it's developed by Dapper Lab, and they have been doing about UFC, NFL, and they are pretty awesome because they are videos. It's like a Upper Deck cards before, but now in video. So they call it moments. So they are very, very cool. And they are sometimes very profitable because LeBron James can worth even $5,000, $4,000, And they have mostly every season a lot of drops. So you can guys have pick one, and maybe you can have luck and grab a LeBron James or Zion Williamson, or now they're having a retro drops from Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Actually, Michael Jordan and Will Smith have invested in the platform because obviously they.
Okay.
So it's a good catch if you wanna jump in to check it. It's a good thing. And if you guys allow me to talk about Master of the Metaverse, I would be happy to tell you about it.
Yeah, sure, mate. Why not?
Okay. Me and another friends, we have created this comic. It's about crypto, blockchain, NFTs, and the Metaverse. Right? We're gonna launch it on the 11th November of this year, and it's gonna be for free. It's like it's not educative. It's a guide for people who doesn't understand well blockchain. We're trying to do it in a fun way, just keeping like encouraging them to learn more, to doing their own research. So they can. It's in a friendly way to people understand blockchain, what is Bitcoin, what is an NFT, all other platforms, what it worth. So I invite you to follow us to keep updated, because we're going to have an NFT, a Genesis, where we're going to give a lot of benefits, because we've been working in Cancun. We're originally from Cancun, and we have a lot of connections with the tourist industry. And one of our collaboration is with a travel agency. So we might have connections with them. So we don't have given drops for trips to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, or Tulum. So we're trying to be the bridge between these companies that they want to jump into the Metaverse, but they don't know how, or they don't have the resources to do it, or the lack of knowledge, because sometimes for them it's a new technology. They don't understand it, or they think it's a scam. But when you do it properly, I think we can be that bridge between that companies to want to jump into Metaverse and the users as holders in the community. So our mission is trying to create content of quality and experiences in the Metaverse, because our story is going to be developed in Decentraland, in the Metaverse. We're going to create the let's say the worlds of every character where it was born. So every master is a master in every topic. The security, the NFTs guys, we have created the Minting Twins. They want to be speaking about NFTs, Metaverse, gaming, all the comics, collectibles, all of that. We have a form of Freddy, so the guy is gonna be trolling the community, so doing the things you don't supposed to have to do. We have Block Bro is the main character. It's like his history, how he started learning about crypto, and I think we have a pretty cool idea to do for fun on the Metaverse, on this social media thing also. So I invite you guys to follow us so you can keep updated. We're gonna start doing all the promotion since tomorrow. So we will be open to hear some advices or whatever comments you might tell us. We are open to that. So that's it for now.
All right, no worries. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Master of the Metaverse. And for anyone who is interested in that, I'm sure if you want to DM and he'll get you involved with that. Are you? Have you heard of VeVe or been involved with VeVe at all? Because they also have a metaverse in the works as well.
I'm not very familiar, but I've been doing the research, and I like all the things you guys doing, all about these collectible and things, and also it was in my wish list, things to do, collectible comics and everything, because I was into that. But for certain reason, I was in. Sometimes you need to find the right channel or advice to follow to what is that, and it took me a while. So now I found you guys, and now I think it's like my perfect guide to jump into. know where is the collectibles are valuable, because there are a lot of scams or wannabes, and no, but I'm gonna be happy to start following you guys more, to be updated with you guys doing.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad we can provide that sort of level of assurance with you, because like we said before, like VeVe, like the digital collectibles on VeVe are all backed by licensed IP, so it's not like the Wild West of like OpenSea or something like that. They're all like got like big licenses behind them, and yeah, the space itself, the community behind it is like an absolute monster, and the space is just growing every day. But I do like what you guys are doing, like in providing like information for like getting people more familiar with like Web3 and metaverses, and like getting like familiar with using blockchains and all that sort of stuff, which I think is also very important to do, because like that it's the future, whether we like it or not. And the more we can get the information out there, whether it be that or in our front with digital collecting, is beneficial for all spaces.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's our goal. So like we used to promote parties in Cancun. We used to run nightclubs, right? So we have a lot of people, friends, like young people, like we speak about them blockchain NFTs, and sadly they don't understand yet. Because we know like okay, because maybe you haven't find the fit channel to do it, like to understand it. So. And I think, and I guess a comic is a friendly way, like with stories of a little bit of fantasy, but reality explaining. But most important thing, encourage them to do their own research. All right.
Yes, because very important.
This is about what it's about it, because in internet you can find all the information for free. Just it's unorganized. So, and there is a lot of scams also. So we will try to guide them to what is in scams. We have a Discord channel where we want to have all those things. Like we want to be trying to be interested because we love doing this. We are not a tourist on this crypto world or metaverse of this. We understood it. We're like this is the future. We need to do something, and we've been working on this like for always over a year. It's not like we just came with the idea, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we were trying to find a way to like make it a fun for the community and fun for us to keep it doing, because sometimes everybody starts with a new project with all the energy and then it dies. So you need to find whatever you love to do it every day. So we like to have a lot of stories. We have a graphic designer. He's amazing. He loves to do what he's doing. We have another guy. He's like doing a lot of promotion and marketing on social media. So I think we have a building team. We have some connection with some YouTubers or some into the crypto world. So I guess we're gonna enjoy the journey because we know it's a hard work. All right. So that's the thing. So we've been we say like we have comfort shoes because the path is gonna be a long way. So that's why we're trying to do the things organically, trying to step by step, but not like trying to make a huge collection to raise a lot of money and then forget about the project. No, okay, of course we are doing this to get some profits, but most important thing, we're trying to build benefits for the community. So people believe on the metaverse or whatever they're doing, because I believe Web3, blockchain, all the things we are going to use them more. Like nobody talked like at social media. What is it right now? 10 years ago or 12 years ago? No. All it can do. So I see this is the second wave, because Web3 is the creation and transfer of value. So that's the opportunity for people who we didn't jump into the social media, no, like we are not a big influencer or something like that. No, now is the thing, like you can create something value for the community and keep learning, because we still keep learning from projects, the news, keep updating ourselves, because if we wanna try to share that information, we wanna be updated, what is going on, all the trendy stuff, as the real ones, as the scams one, to prevent people as well. So that's our goal, our thinking, our mindset for this project.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
No, it's very cool, man. Like, but I like the sound of what you're doing, and yeah, and you're right. Like, you know, this is it's all going to be important tech moving into the future, and yeah, like we always say, like, you know, we're just so early. I mean, like we're basically still at, like, you know, the dial-up stage of the internet. Like, you know, back if everyone knows, like, the pain of, like, you know, having dial-up internet, like, you know, knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, like, you know, and the more information we can spread out there, make more people aware, the more services we can provide to sort of like make people comfortable in using the Web3 space, or getting into digital collecting, or using different chains or anything like that is beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and did anyone else have anything they wanted to add to that?
No, for remember right now, no. As soon as we are going to do an AMA next week, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to invite you guys so we can speak more about the comic, the history, introduce some of our characters, to give some ideas of the profile, what they're going to be doing. So I'll talk about the first season. The first season is going to be the first guide, like an introduction to crypto, since to about blockchain, so until you can buy your first piece of Bitcoin. And the second season, we're gonna start doing more like adventure stuff with some projects, like they wanna be collaboration. How to, let's say, how explain how it works, the parachain from Polkadot, right? So to do it more friendly, the way people understand what is the parachain, how it works, what is all of that kind of stuff. But more like a mission stuff. We're not trying to do like a bellic stuff, you know, like a war or violence, because we are not into that. We don't try to support that. So we try more to be more like a educated, friendly guide, you know.
Yeah,
so
right on.
Like, right, but it's like it's our thinking.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. Yeah, well, if there is any information that you want to like post on X, I mean, like we'll be more than happy to retweet it for you, or sorry, repost it for you. Shadow has a question.
Okay.
Oh, no question for me. I just want to say that happy to have you, and I'll give you a follow, and hopefully we see you in any future spaces.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, right on.
I had a question for Oz and Casual. So it's changing the topic a bit. So I wanted to see, what do you guys think of the grading system for digital? Like, what do you guys have in theory? Because I don't know if you guys recall, last time we had when Steven joined, he mentioned something about grading system for the digital comics.
That he did. If I remember right, he was like kind of taking like a more like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, is a holistic approach to it. So basically, like saying like it like always changes or something like that, depending on, I think it's like the popularity of the character or whatever's going on with the character at the time, or whatever something else is going on. I'd have to go back and look at the spaces, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
I think it's oh, sorry, bud.
Yeah. No, go ahead, man. You're good.
No, I think it's new for him. You know, I think Mondo's educating him on it based on, I mean, I've spent a lot of hours in the spaces listening to Mondo talk, and, you know, he is the Web3 guy, right? I mean, you know him. He's the guy teaching them about it. So I think that, like, maybe the grading system will maybe be based on whatever thing they're releasing. I feel like they're going to have some, he said something about them having a marketplace for Metropolis, or something's coming. So maybe they base it around whatever they release. But in terms of, you know, comics and crypto did the thing where if you had a low mint, you know, you had a higher grade. And I have some low mints, and we saw the market shift and stuff. But I find more value in, you know, special mints. I mean, low mints have their value, but I have some year mints, but maybe they have an extra number at the end. And I know a lot of other people who think those mints are pretty cool too. And I've paid up for some of those mints. A grading system isn't going to take in count some of these stranger mints. Or like, let's say you have a, you know, 420 but with an extra zero at the end. People find value in 420 because that's a cannabis user's number. It's a huge number, especially in America. But if it's 4,200, it's still worth maybe not a bunch more, but it has more intrinsic value as a mint. Maybe not to everyone yet, but there's plenty of us in the space who I have lots of like 1963 mints with an extra number at the end, and because it's FA Avengers, and you can tie in almost every Marvel comics into the Avengers, or like 1939s, or just numbers with 39s in it because it's the first Marvel comic. So if he's going to make a grading system, there's going to be a lot of kind of like, I mean, people are going to go with it naturally because he's the man. But I don't know. I think there's value in a lot of these other mints too, and they need to find a way to incorporate everything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, obviously, I know we've got like the likes of like Chris Severs and Mazer in the community as well, like who sort of specialize like mint hunting and stuff like that. And there's just so many different ways you can do it. I mean, like you said, like, you know, you can do like, you know, specialized mints like that. There's also some people who hunt down mints that like relate to them, like they could be a relative's birthday. They could be binary numbers, ascending, descending mints, palindromes. There's literally a whole list of things you could possibly do with it. But I think you're sort of speaking more because, like, right now in the digital space, the only way we can sort of like do any type of grading is all through the mint numbers. But I think off the top of my head, obviously I have to go back and check this, is basically trying to take it more like the mint number will basically play into it, but then it sort of comes down to like, you know, what's going on with the comic book at the time or something like that. It was like whether it's like popular or does it have like a popular character in it, is like, you know, so like are people talking about like on social media or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and check it out. So
well, then just go ownership. Whoever owned it first, you know, if it was owned by 30 people.
That's right. Original mint. That was another one on the list. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and maybe I'll chop it up and make some shorts out of it. Maybe that'll help.
I think so.
Yeah, cool. So, what about you, Shadow? Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
I just want to see like what I want to see if we could pick at his brain and invite him again sometime soon and see what he says, because I'm curious as to like what he wants, like what he's, you know, he has in mind and what he's going to look at, just to get some alpha for ourselves, right?
Yeah, definitely. All right. Just looking at the time, guys, just give everyone a bit of fair warning. Like, I'm gonna have to start wrapping up the space somewhere in the next 10-15 minutes or so, just because it's getting late here in the UK. But again, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone who's taken the time out of this busy day to come and chill with us in the space. I see Dr. Rolex, say Superstars, they Fun Under the Sun, the Batman Who Laughs, Hinano, Mask, Fried Labbits, say some of our regular listeners. Jay East, say thanks for dropping in, mate. So I do see you're always very busy with your spaces, and I do have to try and take some time to drop into your space as well, mate. And yeah, Squad, I see you as well. And of course, Master of the Metaverse, thank you for speaking with us about what's going on with your project. And like I said, if anybody wants to come up to the stage and say a few words, you're more than welcome to do so. I try and leave this last little bit out for anybody who wants to say some final words before I start wrapping up the space. But yeah, like I said, again, a big thank you to everybody who's taking the time out of their day to listen in, and I hope you're enjoying the content and the conversation. So yeah, Casual.
Hey, my final words are: collect what you love. Don't
Absolutely.
You know, the FOMO is tough. It's hard out there. You know, focus on your bills. You know, if you're not somebody who's rolling in the money, and you know, you don't have to buy everything. Prices do come down. So you know, enjoy, you guys. Take care.
That's it. Like, you know, if you have food in your fridge and a roof over your head and clothes on your back, then you're doing okay. Oh, we got a request. Oh, KC. Here's a face I've been seeing pop up all over X from quite frequently at the moment. KC, how are we?
What's up, Austin? How's your day going? I just joined.
It's
so
going
I have
good.
No idea what you guys are talking about, so don't let me interrupt the
That's all right.
conversation.
It's all good. I was just saying, like, I actually have to start wrapping up the space shortly because it is coming up to 10:30 at night here in the UK. But
Aw, man.
how have you been? How has your New York Comic Con experience been? I've seen you pop up all over the place on X, and that the Poison Ivy costume was really cool as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I went to the con Thursday. It was totally fun. I picked up the comic books right away, so I was toting around like a 50-pound backpack. So I definitely got my leg
Oh, wow.
worked out on the first day. But on both parties, the VeVe party and Sanjay's party, on Friday night was like an epic time. I had a great time. I'm already back in Colorado now, so just unpacking and getting settled in.
Yep.
That's why I missed some of your space, so I'm sorry. But yeah, it was great. I definitely didn't want to leave New York and look forward to the next one for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I've been seeing like all over X's. Like, no, I just feel like I've been living it through like everyone's like videos and posts, and I'm just like so happy everyone's been having such an amazing time. Like this Sanjay's party looked like it looked epic. But yeah, it was just good to see everybody everyone mingling with everybody, everyone having a great time. Some of the awesome costumes and cosplays coming out of Comic Con was like really cool as well. Yeah, I would say I wish I could have been there, but who knows? Maybe somewhere in the future.
I went to Decon last year, and it was really cool, and it was just so nice to actually like be more of the fam this time because I didn't really like hang out too much with the fam. I was like so involved with the con itself, you know. So it was really nice to like go to Sanjay's party especially and like just hang out. It was like really chill vibes. We all just go to like chit chat and hang out. So it was super chill. I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice. Yeah,
Hopefully
I was saying
you
before.
Make it to one soon too. Are you gonna go to the London one in January, or is that too far for you still?
Well, funny enough, I actually did a meet up in London last week on Thursday. I met up with Metaverse Life before he came out to you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did. I was able to finally meet him in person as well. He's a really cool dude. He was looking cool, suave at the party.
Yeah, he was looking dapper as. I was just like, "But you look nothing like that when I meet up. When I met up with you."
Yeah, everybody came dressed to a T. It was really cool.
I got 2 questions for you, Casey. What was your favorite swag item? I'm guessing you probably got the Funko bag, maybe? Like, what was your favorite thing you got? And then who surprised you out of the community? Maybe somebody you didn't meet before. Like, who kind of surprised you?
Ooh, yeah, very good questions.
Oh, okay, yeah, great question. Okay, so my favorite thing, so like my main goal, other than like getting the comics for like the fam, was I definitely wanted to get the addiction books, and I was able to get one of the trading cards as well. So I'm happy that I got that.
Excellent.
But I also, my main goal, personal goal, was to get my book signed by Peach Momoko, and I did it. I forgot to get a picture with her because I was too busy like fangirling and like talking to her about everything. But yes, I got both of my books signed, so I got to meet her in person, and it was just like so epic, and that was like definitely a memory that I'll always have forever, and I'll keep these books forever and ever too.
Excellent.
As far as people, like it is so nice to meet Rolex and Sanjay and Prop. All them have like the best personalities, and just I've always talked to them on X and everything. So like actually getting to like hang out and chat with them at the party and stuff was just such a delight. And yeah, I can't wait till the next hangout for sure.
So real genuine characters then, right? That's how they come off to me on Spaces. Like, so that's cool.
Parts. I just like, you know, when people, you never know exactly how they're going to be in person. Well, they are who they are here, and they are like that in real life. Just like very generous, very kind, and just awesome people. So yeah,
that's it. Let's go. No, it's great. I'm so happy you had such a great experience out there.
Yeah. Oh, and Mahalo too. I see Mahalo. Mahalo, I didn't forget about you, I promise. I've been wanting to meet up with Mahalo for like ever too. So Mahalo was amazing as well. Yay.
Excellent.
And then I know some of them like Max and Janie and like other people already at the like in Magic, and then like I've met them at Decon, so it wasn't like the first time. So I was just naming like the people that I finally got to meet after like 2 years of talking to them on here. So.
And you probably got to meet some lurkers too. The ones who don't come up in spaces, but who came out to the con.
That's
I
it.
actually met a guy that's from here in Colorado. I was like, oh shoot, like there's VeVe members in Colorado. I never hear about you guys. So it was kind of cool. He came up to me and he was like, you're from Denver, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, me too. I'm like, what? Well, we should hang out and like catch up for a drink or something. Like that was I'm down.
Like, dude.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, you like hiking? Let's go for a hike.
No, excellent.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And it always makes it like that little bit more special, like, you know, when you can connect with someone, like, you know, who's in like the same area as you. Because I know me personally, like I struggle because like I'm the only one that I've known so far in the Bristol area here in the UK that's actually into VeVe. So it is good, like, you know, when you can connect to someone like in the same area as you.
Well, because I always like know so many people that are like in Texas or Cali or Florida, or like a lot of people are like in Canada or across the pond. So it was really cool to bump into another Colorado friend, that's for sure. And also I got to meet True Tech, so I finally got to meet
really cool
in person. Let's go. I hope that we get to meet like Tails and Falcon soon as well. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I actually met Falcon in London last Thursday just for a couple hours. He's so cool. He's really cool.
He's so funny. Like
he's hilarious.
Interview, I could have just talked to him forever. Like that guy has like the best energy.
Yeah, that guy's like.
I can meet him for sure one day.
Oh yeah, that guy's like total class, absolute class.
And you guys are both like freaking movie gurus, so I'm sure you guys could talk for like days about just movies alone.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, he only was able to turn up later for an hour or so because he was just finishing up work, and I had to head back to Bristol, so we didn't get much time to really sort of sit down and talk. But we are definitely going to try and organise something again in the future next time in London.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like already getting FOMO for London. I'm like, how do I find my way out to London? I probably can't afford it, but we'll see. Maybe I can get some overtime under my belt and get out there too.
That's it. or maybe we can start like a get KC to London fund or something.
No, I couldn't take it.
No.
No. I appreciate the thought. No, I couldn't.
We'll just get somebody to sponsor you. We'll get, like you said, I heard you say something about the addiction team, or maybe we'll get you to work for VeVe or something.
Yeah.
I am actually going to try to apply for their management position that they have open. So I guess if things fall into place, like maybe I will be going with the team.
Wow.
Who knows?
Amazing. We'll see. Oh wow. Absolutely. Well, I 100% hope that you get that position.
Thanks. I actually need to look into it. He said that there's like a application on LinkedIn, and I haven't checked it out. I have to obviously make sure, it pays well enough to like move to New York and like live out there, because New York is expensive. But yeah, I'm hoping that it all works out. That would be super cool. It's a great foot in the door to not only like the comic realm, which I love, but also like the art and stuff too. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity.
And I got to meet Mondo, and he is so cool. So like already having it in with him, I feel like maybe I have better chances too. We'll see.
Yeah, we actually had Mondo in our space last week, talking about the addiction comic. Yeah, that guy's like really cool. A lot of energy.
He is so cool, dude. He smokes cigarettes and I vape, so we're outside of the con and just like smoking and chatting away, and he was working his butt off the entire time. Like I could just tell he was like so exhausted, but still just like laughing and still good energy, even though you could tell he was swamped. So
yeah,
hats off to that, because I know that when you're tired, it's hard to have high energy like he was. But
yeah, well, hopefully
happy he is to finally be part of like the VeVe fam. Like their whole team is so cool. So.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Like now he's in with the fam. That's it. He ain't going nowhere. Now he's in with us on this wild ride.
I don't want to say he's trapped, but He's in for a ride for sure.
Definitely. All right, guys, I got to start wrapping this space up. So if there was anybody who wanted to say any final words before I start closing out, please feel free to do so. And yeah, if there's anybody who's been listening in the background and wants to come up and say hi, yeah, the stage is yours.
I appreciate you and everything that you do, Osman. I hope that you have a great day and enjoy the day with your children. Oh, it's Monday, isn't it, for you?
Well, it's Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Sunday night, 10:30 at night.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Well, hopefully you get to enjoy some self-time then, at that note.
I say, well, chances are I'm probably going to bang out an episode of Star Wars Rebels and probably go to bed.
Nice. Enjoy. Thank you for your time in the space, dude. It's
worries.
always a great time.
Yeah, thanks, KC. Hopefully we can talk more in the future, or maybe I'll catch you on VeVe Wednesdays, or in the next episode of VeVe Weekends. Okay. Yeah, Casual, is there anything else you want to say, mate, before I start closing out, or anyone else?
GN, good night.
Thank you, good night. No, I love it. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'll start closing things out now. So, yeah, I have been your host, Osman Collect 63. This has been VeVe Weekends, episode 10. This has been a really, really nice conversation, just chatting about all things, basically about mostly covering New York Comic Con, X-Men, say all the drops we've had in the space, film, say cards, say had Masters of the Unit of the web or the Metaverse, talking about their projects as well. So again, if you're interested in that, hit them up or send them a DM and stay tuned for their comic coming soon. And again, welcome to the space, mate. And yeah, I just want to say this is been brought to you by the VeVe Collective. The VeVe Collective is basically our the collectors group that I am president of, and we're basically just a collectors group that basically more cover VeVe than anything, but we do also cover other projects in the space, whether that be Palm, Cryptoys, McFarlane. So we're basically all for it all. And yeah, we do have a Discord as well. So if you're interested in joining our Discord, send us a DM and I'll get you more involved with that. And yeah, it's basically just a nice little geek out area where we sort of share our collectibles, our comics. We also have a little threads about food, travel, and all sorts of other fun stuff. And yeah, I'd say a big shout out to our members and some of their projects. So we do have the Real Uncommon podcast with the Hinano and D. My Collectables, KCollectionss is also under that banner as well. That'd be KC. Evolve Collects. We've got Collectors Gone Digital. Josh, who was formerly VeVe Investments. Double Quill with her blog, which she just released the latest episode today. So check that out if you haven't seen it already. Chris Severs with his blogs with Go Collect. VeVe Arcade, who does his show every Sunday and does all various live streams and covering the drops and other fun stuff with the Chill Pill. And also really talented artist, and also does his Light Parade NFT collection. Dr. Strange and All Things Strange with his Stack and Slack videos. Wealth of information, another really fun and positive voice in the space. We do also have the Three Biggest Bro as well, where he's also doing his live streaming with the bare minimum. We've got Shawnee Poo, who's doing a Shawnee Poo Tube. And also Informant, BE, and Mose with their Skin and Bones channel. We do also have Dev and Rachel from the Open Mind Collective as well, but we don't hear much from them because they're off playing mum and dad because they've recently just had a little one. So congratulations to them, and I hope he's having a good time playing dad. And I think that's about everything that I can see. Oh, and of course, I always keep forgetting to shout out myself. So with my own project, which is Relax and Read, where I've started doing live readings of the comic books that we have on VeVe. And I will be doing a live reading of The Addiction coming this Friday. So stay tuned for that. And you can find all the recordings for these spaces and also for those live readings as well on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. So yeah, give us a like, comment, subscribe, and any feedback is always appreciated. And I think that's about all it is from me.
Husband, sorry, but please send me the space when you do the live read. I don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely will. So it'll be it'll be tagged in on X, and yeah, like I said, check it out because that's all available on the VeVe Collectives YouTube channel. Okay, well, I guess that's about all it is from me. So I've been your host, Osmond Collect 63. This is VeVe Weekends. Have a good one, everyone, and take care. And I will talk to you all soon.